Hi guys! Wow, it's been a very long time since I have even tried to talk to any of y'all. This all kind of happened out of nowhere. This is really weird. I just want to start off by saying thank you for being so welcoming and letting me teach with Miss Caffey in the classroom with you guys. You were all wonderful. It has been a semester to remember. This has been a very interesting experience with everybody, but I'm really happy that I got the chance to do all of it, and I am actually done with student teaching now. We have been given the clear. Since I won't be able to be in the classroom with you guys, there's not really that much I can do from my end, but I'm going to leave y'all with one more lesson, and this is how I'm going to be introducing it. I'm going to be working with Miss Caffey. We're posting this on her YouTube channel for all of y'all to go watch. It's one of y'all's activities for the week, and I hope that y'all really like it. It's something super simple, but still you can make it super creative and really fun. So in this lesson, I'm just going to jump right into it. In this lesson, y'all are going to be using your names in the design. And so all you're going to need really is any supplies or materials that you have access to. Hopefully you were able to bring your sketchbooks home. If not, you can use straight up printer paper. Whatever you can get to do this assignment is going to be perfect. So I have some notes here. If I'm looking over here, that's what I'm doing. So this is going to be a lesson where you guys get to show some creative expression in design. And there are several different ways to show personal expression in artwork, but this one's going to be cool because you're using your name. If you wanted to keep color schemes or designs in mind to match your rooms, your living room, whatever room you want to put this in your house, if you wanted to hang it up or display it, that's something that you can keep in mind. If you want it to be part of your decor, keep that in the back of your head whenever you're designing it so that it matches everything. Each of the art levels, art 1 through 4, y'all are all going to have some different criteria to work with. The one thing that y'all are all going to have in common is that I want you to have at least 3 different kinds of texture or pattern in your design. Try to create your own font style when you're creating your name. It does not have to be what I'm going to show you guys for examples, but it can be whatever you want. Begin the process by taking a plain piece of printer paper or your sketchbook if you were able to bring it home. You're going to create a rough design of what you want it to look like. And this was going to be turned in with your final projects just to show progress through your whole thing, so I know what you wanted it to look like when you started. So art 1, you're going to be using your first name only, and I would like for your background to be a pattern or design. This is kind of known as zentangling. You can literally start by just drawing squiggles and swirls all over your page, or you can have it with straight lines, squares, I don't care what you do. You start off with a very simple design, and then you fill in all of the little spaces that you have throughout your paper. And for y'all, color is going to be optional. If you want this to just be straight black and white, you can. If you want to make your name in color, you can. That's totally up to you. But art 1, you're doing your first name only and a zentangle design in the background. Art 2, you're going to also be using only your first name, but for your background, you're going to be doing something with straight lines only. And that can sound kind of limiting, but straight lines can be super, super, super cool if you do it in a really creative way. You can use patterns. Pattern is going to be huge in this one. The design that I used, and I'm going to be giving y'all examples as I'm talking. I did all this stuff on my iPad, so if it looks weird, that's why. You're going to be using straight lines, and this design is something that I learned when I was in middle school, and I remember using it on literally everything. So it's really fun to do, and it's really cool. You can make it look 3D by shading it certain ways. So yeah, that's a really cool design. So that's what art 2 is going to be doing, and for your colors, I want you to be using a complementary color scheme. So in my example video, I'm going to have a little sidebar showing you some complementary colors. If you can't remember them, look up a color wheel. Complementary colors are across from each other on the color wheel. That's what art 2 is going to be doing. Art 3, you're going to be using your first and last name when you're doing this, and I want your background to be a texture that is not super simple. I want it to be something you can find in real life. So if you wanted to do wood as your background, you totally can. It could be tree bark, it could be bricks, something with a lot of texture, not like polka dots or just pinstripes. I want it to be something that is, look at it, you're like, oh, I know exactly what that is. So That's what I want y'all to be doing. Art 3, you're doing first and last name with a lot of texture in your background. Yeah, and I think it's gonna turn out really cool. Art 4, I was really excited for y'all to do this. You're going to also be using your first and last name, but you're going to be doing it in a graffiti style. I want y'all to Google, you can literally just type in graffiti alphabet and it gives you so many options to choose from and they're all really cool. I have done this before and it turns out it's pretty sweet. It looks really awesome. And like I said, if you use color schemes that are in your room, or if you wanted to display it at all, it would look really cool if you matched it to where you want to put it. But you're going to be using your first and last name in graffiti, and I want your background to be a wall of some kind. It can be wood, it can be brick, it can be anything. I just want it to be a wall because it's graffiti, you know. People spray paint with graffiti, they just straight up paint with graffiti. It can be a pin. I want y'all to Google graffiti alphabets so that you have an idea of what the lettering can look like with it being graffiti style. This can turn out to be really cool, and so I'm really excited for y'all to get some of that done. I think this project is going to be really fun if you are keeping in mind the end goal. It doesn't have to be messy. It can look really cool if you take your time. So I'm excited for y'all to do this, and I can't wait to see what your final projects are going to look like. Just a few things to keep in mind as you're going. You can ask yourself these questions. How many textures or patterns are you supposed to have in your design? I want you guys to try and get 3 in there. So if you have to split your background up a few times, that's totally fine. Think about why your background is necessary. What can a background add to something like this? If you want it to look layered, if you were to do your name in like a 3D style, how would you make it pop from the background, you know? I hope that my examples were good so that y'all could understand what I'm looking for. These didn't take me a super long time. I wasn't sitting there for hours on end doing them, because and you can tell, I'm sure you can tell. But yeah, I want y'all to take your time. These can be really cool. I remember being super excited to do stuff like this where my name, and it was part of my artwork so that I could hang it up in my room. I forgot to mention, whenever you're done with your assignment completely, I want you turning in a photo of your finished assignment. You turn everything in, you should have the photo of your completed artwork. You should also have your rough sketch, the design that you created before you started, and I want you to write 2 to 3 sentences explaining why you chose the certain patterns that you did. Use your art vocabulary words, texture, line, shape, color, anything that you included in your artwork. Make sure that you specify that. Yeah, I really hope that you guys take some creative license in this project and you're able to do something really fun. I know that this whole situation is very strange. Some of y'all are super pumped to be home, but I know that things are changing every day, so you have to make the best of it, and I really hope that you guys are doing well. I hope you're all being smart and staying safe. I really wish that I could have finished out my school year with you guys. For the seniors, I feel y'all. This is not the way that we all wanted to end our years. I know that you guys worked hard, and I hope that you continue to work hard because I'm going to miss being in the classroom with you guys. But yeah, so thank you for letting me come and be a part of your lives every day. It makes me sad that I can't be there with y'all. It was really fun. It was not what I expected it to be, but I'm glad that I was there. You all did so well, and I mean, you were all amazing. So thank you for letting me be in y'all's classroom. I hope that I was able to provide some of y'all with something that you've never seen before. I hope that I was able to make a difference. I really enjoyed my time. It was a lot more than I expected it to be, but in a really good way. I wish that this wasn't the way that it was ending, but you know, we can't control everything. I really hope that you guys take advantage of this time being with your families, and I hope that you're able to spend some quality time in art. It's times like these where artists thrive. Whenever you have time, you have all the time in the world to work on the stuff that you've wanted to work on, that you wished you could learn. Now is the time to try out new things in art that you've never gotten to try. I really hope that you all experiment with that stuff and you have a lot of fun, because you don't get the chance to do this very often. So I hope that you're taking advantage of everything that you've been given. I really think that y'all could do some fun stuff right now. And so I hope that you're staying on task, and I hope that you're enjoying your time. Don't let it stress you out. Thank you guys. I've really enjoyed being with y'all, and I really hope that you enjoy this project. I can't wait to see what they all turn out to look like. Thank you. Bye.